Hey, this is Brandon back at it again with another video. Today's topic is going to be about me boxing. Woo, boxing! Now, this guy I'm going against is a good boxer. He's almost a damn near professional, man. This guy can really mess somebody up. And I'm just going to be kind of rehashing over why I like fighting and the reason behind it, and maybe you can find your reasoning too. Let's just start off with me. First off, I grew up with playing like a lot of fighting games growing up as a kid. I grew up with playing Street Fighter, Dragon Ball Z, Budokai Tenkaichi 3, a lot of the Raging Storm games, the Naruto games and stuff like that, and Mortal Kombat, can't forget about that, Tekken and Dead or Alive, all that jazz. And I was like, you know something? I really like the combat system, and I really had fun with the games. And I kind of took it from there and was just going crazy with it. Years later, got older. Remember the pandemic happened, Mortal Kombat 11, Fighter Z was the games I was playing. I really had fun with them. And I forget how much fun I had just playing these games and stuff like that. I was just going crazy playing a lot of these games and just seeing the potential that lies ahead, and just kind of going from there and just seeing now it's different when you're playing an actual fighting game and then actually going against somebody in real life. I think those are two different things. For starters, in somebody in real life, and just like in the game, they can figure out your weaknesses and see everything about you within seconds. So say for example, like the opponent I was going against, he's able to kind of tell, like, okay, like he's not keeping up his guard, or he's not still trying to move around, he's kind of stiff, or he's just spamming the same thing like if you're playing like any fighting game. Another prime example, I used to play a lot of Mortal Kombat 11. 11 was a game that you had to use like footsies, and you have to switch up your fighting stance and your combos and use a specialist, and then you have finishing blows and all kinds of stuff. And the cool thing about that game is it taught you how to switch things up on the fly. You have to learn how to move and learn how to do things, and it was a very punishing game. If you did something that was bad at the worst time, you were going to get punished for that severely, and then you're going to get landed in the combo. And so I took that and I kind of applied it to here in boxing. And still, I'm a beginner, by the way. I'm not no professional boxer. I don't be going crazy and stuff like that. I am still very much a beginner because I still got lots of things to learn. Just the little techniques that can kind of help you out and carry you through the sessions. And I think those are the most important things, but I still have so much to learn. It's freaking ridiculous. So yeah, I learned just to keep breathing, keep figuring stuff out, little techniques, and just seeing what my capabilities are and what my weaknesses are too. Same thing in the fighting game. You got to go back into the lobbies and start practicing combos and try to figure out ways to like build up on a combo. What's those combos thing called where you got them in the wall corner, like corner jumping or whatever the hell it's called, where you got somebody in the corner, you just juggling combos. There you go. You're juggling combos on them, and you're able to kind of keep the rhythm and flow going, and able to kind of have like more moves, and you don't panic in a scenario where like you're losing or like the opponent's putting pressure. You're learning how to keep calm. I think that ability to be able to be calm throughout stressful situations is the perfect way to kind of handle life. And another reason why I like fighting, because it is stressful. These guys are professionals. They can kill me if they try to go crazy. They can really do some damage. But the fact that this is a sparring session and we're not out here to kill each other, we're all out here to learn. I think that's like the best thing about it. So that's a cool thing in my book. But just everything is a learning experience, and just kind of see where you can go from there and taking it to another journey. But yeah, I usually have fun boxing and fighting and taking those things I learned in game and applying it into real life. And this one was cool thing where video games and real life can actually go against each other, because video games are based off of real life, and real life you can have fun and kind of stimulate yourself like a video game in a way, and figure out how to maneuver, move, and kind of just keep yourself going and level up, boost up your character. Because like in any other game where you play off as a badass character and someone that can take over the world, that fucking just the coolest person ever, you can create a character with muscles and all. You can do that in real life. You can do that for yourself. You can take yourself to the gym. You can you know, change your style. You can change your lifestyle. Everything doesn't have to be in this virtual reality. You can actually do these things and pursue these things out there. And that's what's so cool about this stuff. It's like, I grew up with watching anime and fighting and all that stuff and playing games. And I can apply that into real life. And I'm like, dude, this is the craziest thing I've ever had to do. Now, this video isn't really going to be teaching you how to box, but more my personal experience on why I liked boxing and what it's continuing to do now for me. And as I'm trying to be more disciplined and learning ways to, you know, defeat these guys. Because honestly, the guys I go against here, they're like, you know, bosses. You know, they're very tough. They can whoop your ass. You know, you oh man, this guy's tough, bro. I don't know if I can beat the game. Like, nah, you got to go 100%, all in or nothing. All in or nothing. But, you know, that's one of those things about, you know, just this experience with, you know, with these guys. I like practicing, getting better, and, you know, smoothing up my techniques and leveling up my character, myself, of course, and see what I can potentially do. But that's the cool thing about all this. Now, my big goal is just to be able to handle myself in a scenario where my actions are needed. Now, I'm not going to be out here looking for a fight. No, that's not what I'm trying to do. Not at all. I think looking for a fight is probably the most problematic thing you can ever do. My whole goal is to make sure if something happens, I'll be ready for it. But, you know, in a fight, anything can happen and anybody can pull anything. This day and age, people aren't really, virtuous, and they don't have honor. So, they're going to pull out a weapon or some shit. You trying to pull out your fist. It's like, no, I don't know. People ain't going to square up the old fashioned way. You'd be lucky enough if they do. But the best thing to do is to run and get your ass out of there. You know, probably kick them in the balls or something like that. Run. Make sure they don't got no Usain Bolt legs on them, or some shoes and shit where they can take off and catch your ass like a canine shepherd about to bite the legs off your ass. So, you know, that's one of the things you gotta like look out for. But yeah, you know, this is cool. A cool experience of just learning how to fight. I don't want to keep this video too long, but I just want to give my 2 cents in on why I like to fight. And yeah, just anybody can do it. If you put your mind into it, and if you believe it, it can be possible. So thank you guys for listening. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and peace. Okay, not to pan out the running time on this, I wanted just to say the importance of fighting as a man is significant towards your development, and I do believe that if you really put your mind into something, anything could be possible. I also want to kind of put out that it's really good for the mental health to know that you're capable of protecting yourself and able to protect others, as well as, you know, being that man that you want to be and working towards that goal every day. Because masculinity, that's a whole nother thing. I talk about masculinity in this channel, but masculinity is something that I wouldn't say it's a dying breed. It's just something that is rare to come across, and, you know, true brotherhood and true, you know, fighting and everything that comes with it is just something that you gotta understand. But yeah, just like this, fighting is just the closest way to kind of help figure out your flaws as a character and just kind of work on them and just taking the best you can into account and figuring out what you can do. But yeah, I started out just playing fighting games and, you know, using all kind of tactics and stuff, and really just implementing what I've learned in games and when I play it into real life, because it's just the same thing. You get better, you level up, you get an add-on to your skill and attributes and all kind of stuff, and then just building your own character up. And I think that's really significant because, you know, it's easy to feel like you're worthless, you're not doing anything, and just accepting it. And just trying to fight out of that is one of the things that I am currently doing, even though that we're all going through stuff in life. You shouldn't stay in one position. You should always try to move around and see what you can do, and you know, try to benefit yourself so you can be able to benefit others. But yeah, if you can't help yourself, you can't help others too. Yeah, that's just one of those things about, you know, fighting is something I'm very passionate about, and, you know, I just want to continue to get better. But yeah, I'm like Goku when it comes to this fighting, man. I get excited, like, you know, just training myself and seeing the capabilities of what I can do, and taking it on to, like, you know, the mat, and, you know, and being able to see if I can fight and learn techniques, find my weaknesses. So if anything does happen, guess what? Your boy will be ready. You know, but, you know, that's just the more important thing. But yeah, I wanted to just kind of put that out there. It was a little too short of a video, and I just thought about it. But yeah, thank you guys for the patience. You know, my uploading hasn't been real well, and I've been just busy and life has been happening, but always be consistent. But thank you guys for listening. You guys take care, and happy Halloween.